Hello students, this would be the next class. Hello students, this would be the next class of your FRM subject, that is financial risk management. Like as I explained you in my previous class regarding the forward contract, its meaning, features, and using forward contract, how to reduce the commodity price risk and interest rate risk, and one more is exchange rate risk, right? Today I'm going to explain you some of the problems related to forward contract. This is the main formula. Like this is nothing but the valuation of forward contract. um, this is nothing but valuation of our contract, what you are going to use to calculate the what is when he asks you in the question what is the value of forward contract, you are going to use this formula. FO is equal to SO e power RT. So FO is nothing but the forward rate. Forward rate, I have already explained you, forward rate is nothing but the rate that has been decided at the beginning of the contract to perform the contract as such. Like today, if I am entering into the contract that we are going to pay a certain price of whatever the rate could be in future, we are going to pay only today's price only. Let's say gold rate. Suppose the gold rate is 50,000 today. I am going to enter into the contract after 1 month, like that some 52,000 is gold rate. I am going to entering into the contract for after 1 month only, with a seller that I am going to pay you 50,000 only, today's price only. Whatever the price may be in future, it could be 52,000 also, it could be 49,000 also, whatever it could be, but I'm going to pay 50,000 only if I'm entering the contract. That price will be forward price. Okay, I have already explained you in my previous classes. Just to grab the topic, I am explaining you again. Spot price is nothing but the current prevailing price. Current prevailing price means the market price that is running into the market. Okay, so that is what is spot price. Now E is nothing but your logarithm. You are going to use the logarithm value over here, and logarithm as such, I'm going to give you the table values over here, and in the examination hall also you can carry that table values. And one more thing what I want to tell you over here is E log and all you have already used in your school test and all. You have used in your 10th class and all in max subject, so I guess you're a bit familiar, but anyhow I'm going to make it clear how you're going to use that and all. T is nothing but the time to maturity. R is nothing but the risk free rate. You're going to substitute in this the value that has that the question he has given you. Okay, move on to the next, and one more thing what I want to tell you over here is whenever he gives you coupon rate, coupon is nothing but the interest rate. Suppose interest is nothing but which you pay on the loan and on what you take. Okay, you pay, you give, you when you take loan you pay the interest for that particular party, isn't it? So now when you are entering into the contract for a fixed coupon also, so over here, yeah, coupon is nothing but the interest rate what you pay. So here also coupon is nothing but the interest rate what you pay on a bond. Bond is nothing but a long term loan or a loan or a debenture and all. So whenever a coupon rate also has been given within a question, you need to use this formula: SO minus I under bracket e power RT. I is nothing but the other things I have made it clear to you. I is nothing but the present value of a security. It could be bond or debenture, anything. You are going to calculate the present value of a maturity. I hope I made it clear. This problems a formula to all of you. Will do a problem on this also. This is another one. There are certain steps to calculate. Like whenever he asks you what are the profit or loss of the parties, like only buyer and seller are there for the parties to the contract. Whenever he asks you in the exam, calculate the profit or loss to the parties. So you are going to use these 4 steps. Like first you are going to find out the forward price by using the formula. Okay, the same formula what I said you. Then find the difference between old forward price and current forward price. Old forward price means using the that will be that will be already given in the question, the old forward price, but according to the current interest rates and all, you're going to calculate the current forward price. You're going to calculate the difference between that. That is nothing but you are going to calculate the e power rt. For that would be the result, whether buyer got the profit or the seller got the profit or any of the party got a loss and all that, what you are going to find out over here. Let's do a problem. Let's do this problem as such. Calculate the forward price from the following information. Current price of an asset is 5 lakh. Risk free rate of return is 7.5% per annum. Time to expiration is 75 days. So what formula you're going to use is this one. FO is equal to SO e power RT. So let's check out the question and do the problem. Here you can use, he has given you the information. FO is equal to SO e power RT. SO in the question he has given you 5 lakh rupees. R is nothing but he has given you 7.5%. That is nothing but it will come to 0.075. T he has given you in the question how many months? 75 days. Whenever he says you 75 days, something like that, you're going to do the number of days divided by days in a year. Okay, 365 days. So 75 divided by 365, that will come to 0.21. Now what you're going to do is you are going to substitute in the formula. Okay, this is all the information. Now you are going to substitute in the formula. So now the thing is, FO is equal to, SO is nothing but 5 lakhs into e power 0.075 into 0.21. So it will come to 5 lakhs into e power 0.01575. Now what you're supposed to do, you can now with these are the smartphones, you can also calculate in the smartphones also e power value, or I'm going to just give you a pic of e values. Just follow that table values, you will understand it. You are going to check under 0.015. okay, so e power he'll give you the logarithm value. If you calculate it, you are going to get 0.015 something value. So now for e power you are going to get the value as such 1 point. If you check out the table value, you are going to get this value 1.01574 something. If you calculate this, you are going to get 5,07,873 rupees. Okay, so this is the forward value that is to be calculated. This question he asked you for long answers also 2-3 times. Long only because students will not have an idea about the subject, they just read out the theory and go. But this is a very simplest problem. He asked you this sort of problem also in the exam. So just the thing is, you should know the concept. If you have an idea, it is more than enough. You are going to score the whole marks as such. So here he asked you forward price. Just need to substitute. You need to calculate the e power value 0.015. If you multiply that, you are going to get that. If you calculate the If you check out the table value, you are going to get 1.015746. If you multiply, the forward price will be 5,07,873 rupees as such. Okay, I hope I made clear this problem to all of you. We'll move on to the next question now. This is the thing what he asked you just now. So this is another question. Counterparties are there. Mr. A is the Mr. Ajay is the buyer. Mr. Vijay is the seller. As I said, in the forward contract, only two parties will be there, the buyer and the seller. So over here, the counterparties, the buyer and the seller are there, Ajay and Vijay. Date of contract is 1st January 2011. Okay. So here they have entered into the contract on 1st January 2011. Underlying asset that they have entered into the contract for exchange of for buying and selling of gold assets, 1 kg of gold. Okay. The spot price on 1/11/2011 is rupees 17 lakhs 30,000. Okay. 17 lakhs 30,000 that day price was. Okay, the day they have entered into the contract, that day price was 17 lakhs 30,000. Now the risk free rate of interest for that is 10%. The contract period is 6 months. That means their contract is on 30 June 2011. Okay, so after 6 months they are going to buy gold. The buyer is going to buy gold from Vijay, the seller. Okay, so the delivery date is 30 June 2011. Delivery price is INR 18 lakhs. Okay, so delivery price, whatever the price may be, spot price maybe it is on 70 lakhs 30,000, but they are entering into the contract to exchange the gold by paying the rupees of 18 lakhs. Now the spot price on 1st April 2011 is INR 17 lakh 60,000. Okay, interest rates on 1st for 2011 is 12%. Now he is asking us to calculate the profit and loss on the parties. Now he has given you information regarding 1st April 2011. So now we are going to calculate. He is asking us to calculate the profit and loss on 1st April 2011 only. So you are going to calculate now on 1st April 2011 what is the profit or loss of Ajay or Vijay. This is what is the task for us. Okay. So now let's write the information. Let me write the complete information. What is the complete question? Let me write one by one the information. Date of contract is, let me write the complete information over here. Date of contract is 1st January 2011. Underlying asset is 1 kg of gold. The spot price on 1st 2011 is rupees 17 lakhs 30,000. Now here this is the question. Date of contract that has been given 1 January 2011. That is the one first. Underlying asset is 1 kg of gold. The spot price is 1/1/2011, 17 lakhs 30,000, whereas risk free rate on that day is 10%. Contract period is 6 months. That is delivery date would be 30 June 2011, whereas delivery price is 18 lakhs. Spot price, now what is given information over here is 1/4/2011. spot price, that is the current prevailing the market price on 1/4/2011 is 17,60,000 and the interest rate on that day is 12%. Now he is asking us what is the profit or loss. Forget about the contract period that after 6 months and all that has to be taken place. But whereas on 1st April 2011, what is the profit or loss to the parties to the contract? What is the profit or loss for the parties to the contract? That means what is the profit for Mr. Ajay or Mr. Bijay? That is what he is asking on 1st April 2011. Okay, so let's start doing this problem. The very first thing over here is I have given you the steps. You remember this one, you need to use the steps. We are supposed to use the steps as such. Find out the current forward price by using the formula FOSOE power RT. Whenever he says you find the profit or loss for the parties, you are going to use these 4 steps. Find out the current forward price by using the formula FOSOE power RT. So the very first thing what you are going to do is, first step is find the, very difficult to get the handwriting on this. Forward price, the formula is FO is equal to SOE power RT. SO is nothing but the current prevailing price on 1st April you are supposed to take, because we are calculating the profit and loss on 1st April. So we are going to use 1st April's current price 17,60,000 into E power. What is the interest rate on that particular date? 12%. So 0.012. R is nothing but in the question. What he has given R on that day? 12%. So it will come to 0.0. So it will come to 0.012. Okay. Into now T. T is nothing but it is in a month. How many day it will be? 1st April means 3 months, isn't it? January, February, March. You are going to use 3 months T as such. So as I said, N will be nothing but your, I'm just going to write it over here. N is equal to is nothing but your, T. T is equal to nothing but your N by 360 days or N by the number of days, months in a year. So over here it will be 3 divided by 12. When I get confused over here, I'm not going to write this. Or it is. It is or 360 days or 12 months according to the information that has been given. So 3 by 12 it could be. So here it will be 3 by 12. So over here how much it will come to? If you calculate this, it will come to 17,60,000 into E power 0.03. If you calculate this, it will come to this. Okay. So this, the value, if you check under E 0.03, it will come to 1.0305. So this value will come to, if you multiply this, 18,13,680. So this is the value you got. 18,13,680. So now the step 2 is, what's the step 2 over here? Find the difference between old forward price and current forward price. So what is the old forward price that has been given? 18 lakhs. Forward price is nothing but the delivery price that they have entered into, that they have willing to entered into. So over here you are going to get that difference only. So over here the next step is find the difference between old forward price, I'm going to just write down, and new forward price. So over here it will come to old forward price is nothing but the delivery price. Forward price is nothing but the delivery price that they have entered into, that they have willing to enter into. So it will be nothing but F old minus F new. So eighteen lakhs 13,680 minus 18 lakhs. So it will come to 13,680. Now what is the next step? This is the difference. This is the second step. Now what is the third step? Find the present value of step 2. So we are going to find the present value of step 2. That is nothing but what answer we got. We are going to do e power rt for that. So step 3 is nothing but your so 13,680 e power. Now we are going to do again e power, because we need to calculate the e power of the current one. Because we are calculating on that day, on April 12. So 13,680 into e power, the same it will be 0.12, that is nothing but 3 by 12, 0. The value answer, check out the formula also what it is. I have written, see, e minus rt. So here also you are going to take minus rt. I have not written that. Minus rt, so minus 0.12, because the percentage is 12. Zero 0.12 into 0.3 by 12. So it will come to 13,275. So here it is. What you are supposed to do here is, you have taken 13,680 into e power 0.12 into 3 by 12. Here also I have by mistakenly I have written 0.012. It is not 0.012. It is 0.12. So here 0 will not be there. 12 by 100 it will be 0.12. Okay, remember this. So here if you calculate this, you got 13,275. 13,275 you got. So over here on 1st April 2011, Mr. Ajay, the buyer, will be the loser, because he has to pay 13,275 extra. Okay, so he has to pay 13,275, whereas will be the loser. Okay, because the date he has entered into, it was 17 lakhs. See, one simple things what I can say you is, if the forward price has a if the forward price rise, the benefit will go to the buyer. If this forward price decline, the benefit go to the seller. Here what is happening, the forward price is rising, isn't it? The forward prices is rising. So he has to pay Mr. Ajay, the Ajay, he has to pay more, because he is in the contract, he is paying 17 lakh 60,000 something, whereas if he is into the contract, he has to pay some 18 lakh something. So what is happening is, according to the forward price also, he is paying more, 18 lakhs instead of 18 lakhs, he is paying 18 lakhs 13,680 asset. So over here, the buyer will be at the loser. The buyer will be the loser, whereas Vijay on that particular date, on April 1st, the buyer will be the Mr. Vijay. I'm just going to write down over here the conclusion part. The as on 1st 4 2011, Mr. Ajay, the buyer, will lose 13,275. He has to pay this extra amount, and seller will be the gainer. There is no place as such. So on 1st April 2011, the buyer, the Vijay, is in the lose. He'll be losing 13,275, whereas the Vijay, he'll be getting the benefit of 13,275 as such on 1st April 2011, because this is the procedure. You are supposed to calculate. These are the results. This is a fourth step as such. First of all, here he is asking us to calculate whether the parties to the contract are getting the benefit or loss. So first of all, you are going to calculate the forward price, that is using the date particular April 1st only. You are going to calculate the forward price as 17 lakh 60,000 into e power value into 3 by 12, that has been given in the question. You are going to get 18 lakhs 13,680 rupees. Okay, so the second step is find the difference between old forward price and the new forward price. So old forward price is nothing but the 18 lakhs, whereas new forward price is nothing but 18 lakhs 13,680 rupees. Okay, so now the third step is to calculate the present value. How you're going to calculate the present value of getting the difference value? You're going to calculate the e power minus RT. Okay, e power minus RT, you got 13,275. So he is going to pay, the buyer, if he is in the contract, he is getting a loss of 13,275. Okay, if he would have he has to continue the contract. If he is continuing, he will be in a loss of 13,275. And opposite is with the seller, because the price is decreasing over here. He whatever the market price is, 18 lakhs, the market price on that particular date is 17 lakh 60,000, but he'll be paid 18 lakhs something, 18 lakhs 13,680 something. So he'll be in a benefit only. You will not get a benefit of that difference, but the present value. Okay, so the present value is 13,275. The Ajay is paying more, whereas Vijay is getting the benefit. So the thing is, over here in contracts, it depends upon the market. Depending upon the market, they'll get the benefit or loss. If they are being benefited, they are being benefited. If they are in a loss, they will be in a loss as such. If they are entering into the contract, it depends upon the market as such, who will be benefited and who will be in a loss as such. So over here, he will be he has to buy for 18 lakhs, isn't it? Because the new forward price is 18 lakh 13,680 rupees. It is higher, isn't it? So whatever the price may be, the difference he will be paying. This difference will be paid for the underlying on 36 2011. But as on 1st 4 2011, it will be equal to its present value only. So over here, if the forward price is rising, the benefit will go to the buyer, whereas if the forward price is declining, the benefit, because if whatever the market price will be, he has to pay the delivery price only that they have entered into. Okay, so this is what is the benefit for the parties. So I hope I am making it clear this problem. So these would be the steps you need to follow, and this will that need to be followed and observed. Here we are calculating the benefit on 1st April 2011. So parties to the contract, the Mr. Ajay is being getting the loss, because if he is continuing to the contract, he has to pay 18 lakhs rupees. But if he is if you are calculating the present value on that particular date, there is a rise in the gold rate also. The spot price was 17 lakh 30,000, but on 1st April it is 17 lakh 60,000. So they mutually decided 18 lakh something for 1 kilo of gold. So over here, if they are entering into the contract also, here what is happening on 1st April, even though the price is less, he has to pay more. The Ajay has to pay more, 13,275. Okay, because if there is a like, if there was less, 18 lakh 13,680 was there was a difference of 13,680 as such. So this is how, this is just a. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wind up. I am going to explain you next problems in my coming class. See you all of you guys. Bye all of you. And if you have any doubts regarding this, just post in a group that you have made regarding the finance. Okay, see you all of you guys. Bye.